Do you want to just do that again for everyone else, John?
Fucking yes!
Can you believe it? Honest to God, what a performance today. There was definitely blood, sweat and tears today. What a result that is. Tough game. Tough game. How did you see it, John?
Mate, going forward, we didn't have much. I think everyone will agree on that. Me and you were having some sort of dialogue while the game was on. Mate, there was a game plan. David Moyes wasn't going to go there like he did against Tottenham, the way he set up. I thought he got it spot on. I thought the players reacted to the manager's game plan spot on. They knew what was needed from them. David Moyes knew what we needed today. That's back-to-back wins now under David Moyes. A performance there which epitomised a team like Everton, who are scrapping round the bottom, what we needed, and they give it. I thought Jake O'Brien was spot on. I thought you seen a better performance by all across the back. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. They couldn't break us down. They're the home team. It's up to them to break us down, and they can boo all they like. There was kickoffs at the end. I seen people on X. I seen the players moaning about the penalty. It's a fucking stone waller. That is a stone wall penalty. If Brighton get that, they're not moaning. I thought it was a spot-on performance. We go next week against Leicester with the confidence of 2 wins back-to-back. And I just thought, listen, it wasn't a great performance. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm excited. We've got 2 out of 2 under Davy Moyes. But at the end of the day, mate, it wasn't vintage. But the setup that the players have bought into straight away since he's come in, whatever he's doing, they're listening to him. It's working. He's getting his ideas across. Every man in that blue shirt today, whether it be the subs, probably apart from Decore, I'll have a pop at him, give their all. They're taking his ideas in, and I just thought today epitomised what we want to see from our football club when we're in the situation we're in.
Yeah, absolute spot on. There is a couple of players that I would talk about, not greatly, but I do think that's probably a bit for the debrief. There's no point sitting there laying into players today, but yeah, I agree. It definitely was a tougher game without Calvert-Lewin on the pitch. And I know that sounds silly, but he did a better job holding the ball up than Beto did. And if I'm being honest, and I'll be straight, I was really disappointed with Beto today. So, but I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to leave it for the debrief. But to me, he looks like a player that won't be at Everton much longer, if I'm being honest.
Something else that I can leave to the debrief, but what I will throw in to tease a few people. Our forwards today, our attacking players, I thought weren't on it, but the defensive side of it, I thought, we were resolute. Do you know what I mean? We were there, and it was like a brick wall, and it was like the wall years ago that got pulled down in Moscow or Russia, the Berlin Wall, wherever it was. Everton were like the Berlin Wall, and the seagulls couldn't fly through it up the fucking toffees.
Brilliant. The other thing I wanted to mention was it was a stonewall penalty. You're right. We obviously do have Brighton fans that watch the channel and actually, love the channel. Sully, you know who you are, mate. You've been a follower of this channel for years. So
I actually think the way Sully's been on the channel last few years, I actually think they'll come on here and they'll probably admit with us that it was a penalty.
Yeah, probably. And you just think, you don't know why he does it. You don't know why he does it. The ball looks like it's sort of bouncing sort of straight, not towards the goal. I don't know why he flicks it. And he's going down, but for me, there's not enough there to be a foul. So it was either going to be a penalty or a corner. And it was the right decision for me. NDIAYE takes his penalty really well, slots it bottom corner. Keeper was quite close to it, but I mean, let's.
And you know that penalty though, mate. It was fucking pinpoint. Do you know what I like about penalties like that penalty today? When they get it that close to the angle there, where like the post in the back of the net, it hits the side net and then it just brushes it. That's when you know you know, it's a tight angle that he's got that in from the keeper. But for me, that is one boss penalty that if you can get it there, it was pinpoint that. It was like threading a piece of cotton through the eye of a fucking needle.
Let's just talk about what it does for the league. Everton now, in terms of points away from the bottom, are now 7 points away from Ipswich with a game in hand, albeit it is the derby. So
we'll fuck them. We'll fuck them. We'll be resolute. We'll fuck them. We'll beat them. Fuck
them. We've only lost 9 games this season, which actually it would put us in and around the top 10 in terms of just defeats on everyone else. We obviously know we ain't scored enough goals, but we're scoring the odd goal now. We're getting results. But the one thing I wanted to say, right, as much as all the Brighton fans, apart from Sully, because he's been fair, but all of the Brighton fans on X and in the stadium, Brighton had 16 shots today. How many of them were on target, John?
Well, this is the thing. We've been through this as Everton Football Club. You know, it's all right having the shots, and it's all right, you know, shots off target, XG, whatever you want to call it. How many proper saves did Jordan Pickford make? And this is the thing. They're the home team against an Everton team who have been low on confidence. And do you know what? It was, I keep saying it. It's a new word. I think I've had it for me too. Resolute. We were resolute. And, you know, even when we let them have the shots, we stood off them and we had the confidence there that it wasn't going to test the goalkeeper. They had a few shots wide. There was one that went just like a cat's whisker. Yeah. It was just like, poof, touch the post, you know, like a whisker, like a cat's whisker, right? But apart from that, I mean, Jordan Pickford didn't even save that. When you look at it, Pickford didn't even save that. So I just, again, listen, we are excited. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is brilliant. This is what the Blue Boys Network is about. We've all been about doom and gloom, all the podcasters, all the YouTubers for fucking months, for fucking years. The Moyes sire is back. We're on the up. We're on the up.
We haven't lost to Brighton in the last 5 times we've gone down there.
Oh, yeah.
3 wins and 2 draws. And they only, even last season, was literally a last kick of the game equaliser. So it would have been 4 on the bounce. Yeah, I'm chuffed. Do you know what it is? I'm relieved. That Everton team today at the end played with 10 men for 25 minutes against a Brighton side that are meant to be fantastic. Not a dig at them, by the way, because they are a good team. But that speaks volumes about Everton, speaks volumes about David Moyes. His substitutions today, he got spot on. I was just, maybe he didn't quite get it spot on, but we did enough. We did enough to grind out a result, and that is what all the best teams do, John. They grind out 1-0s.
Mate, but you know, you say this and all that, it's, you know, it was Everton, and this is what we, you know, it epitomised Everton and what have you. Do you know what it did? It epitomised Everton under David Moyes. And you know all it is? It's simple instructions. It's telling each man, you know, when there was a break in play, you seen them come over and the player had their arm around David Moyes, listening to him, what he was saying. And then you had Alan Irvine, you had Kenny there talking to another player. They're all taking in what this coaching team and David Moyes are telling them. We didn't see that under the previous manager. They are buying into David Moyes' philosophy. And whether it's, you know, Everton's philosophy for the rest of the season is to be in the Premier League. Let's not make no bones about it. That's the philosophy. That's what David Moyes will be telling these players. We've got Leicester next week. We're 7 points clear now of the drop zone. I'd like to think we can beat Leicester at home. Leicester's a big, big, big game. I think if we can beat Leicester next week at Goodison, it gives us a good footing now to push on again, just for another little couple of wins to see us into Bramley Moore in the Premier League. And I think we will under this manager. I'm not going to sit here. I know there's people who are still unsure about him. I will question them people now. We got beat by a Villa team. David Moyes had been at the club. He had 2 training sessions with them. We were unlucky to lose against Villa. Then we beat Tottenham, albeit it was squeaky bum time for 20 minutes, but we won. And then we won away today against a good Brighton team who everyone goes on about. They do it right, and I've said it on here. They get the recruitment right. They get the right managers in. They've got Davy Weir there. They've got a good owner who buys young prospects and sells them for money. A proper run football club. But Everton have gone there today and got 3 points. 3 points home against Spurs and an unlucky defeat against Aston Villa. David Moyes is getting his ideas across. For me, the only way is upwards. Get to Bramley-Moore in the Premier League. We see what we do in the summer. Next season is a clean slate.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Man of the match?
Fuck me. I thought Mikalenko played well. I thought NDIAYE gave us a good outlet. I thought Garner Guy ran a lot today, mate. I thought he put a shift in. Branthwaite, Jake O'Brien. Do you know what, mate? I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's the first time I've done this season. Sometimes we don't give a man of the match because of how shit we've been. Or we will give a man of the match if there's been someone who's been outstanding and we've just got beat. I can't give one. I think today the whole team, the manager, his backroom staff, the substitutes, I can't give one, mate. I just thought it was defensively an assured performance and we got the 3 points. I can't give one. If you ask me to give one, if I could really pick one, I'd probably go Garner Guy.
Yeah, I agree, by the way. I agree. And
so I've just got all round the fucking estate where I live, all round the fucking spaghetti junction for Michael to go, yeah, I agree. Brilliant.
Yeah. I do agree. The one last thing I want to say, 90th minute, ball goes up the top of the pitch. Beto and Ashley Young. The ball goes out for a throw-in to Brighton, and Ashley Young is absolutely screaming at players like James Garner, other players to get into position. Now, I know he didn't start the game today, and let's be fair, Ashley Young probably isn't an Everton player next season. But if there was ever a time when you need that maturity and that leadership on the pitch, it was there. And I applaud him for that because he spotted that. He saw that we were out of shape. Honestly, I'm so chuffed. I'm so chuffed.
The thing is as well, mate, just for the last word on Ashley Young, you don't get many footballers like that anymore. He's the old days. He's the olden days, Ashley Young. He knows he's probably not going to play much now under David Moyes. I think David Moyes now, the way to go is the way the defence was set up today. You know, he did come on as a sub. He's not the sort of player who'll sit on that bench and spit his dummy out. I haven't been picked. Fuck them. He will give 100%. If he comes on in the 89th minute, there are dying breed footballers like that, and we're lucky enough to have someone like Ashley Young.
Yeah, agreed. Right, that's it, because I know you've got to get ready for a big party. Yeah. That's your match reaction. There will be a debrief tomorrow, but Everton have beaten Brighton away 1-0. It's time to party, baby. Up the toffees.
Yes!
See you later.